Hey all, welcome to ShareTrek. This is Raj here. There is no news in our watch list of nascent gene therapy companies. However, Big Pharma is making good progress with gene therapies. So today I thought I would rather talk to you about a therapy for hemophilia B, and it's being brought about by Pfizer. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. First, let me give you a brief description of what hemophilia B is. Hemophilia B is a genetic disorder that affects a person's ability to clot their blood. To understand it better, let us break it down into simpler terms. Our bodies have a natural process called blood clotting, which helps stop bleeding when we get injured. It's like a natural band-aid that forms inside our bodies. However, people with hemophilia B have a problem with this process. In hemophilia B, there is a missing or faulty clotting protein called factor 1X Roman numerals, which is also called as factor 9, or FIX, which is F for factor, IX for the Roman numeral 9. So those are the two ways in which people refer to it, either as FIX or factor 9. This protein is important for the blood to clot properly, and without enough factor 9 or a fix, the clotting process does not work as it should, and then people bleed excessively, and that causes its own problems. So when someone with hemophilia B gets a cut or injury that causes bleeding, their blood takes longer to clot and the bleeding can be harder to stop. It's like their bodies have a weaker band-aid that takes a longer time to stick. The severity of hemophilia B can vary from person to person. For some individuals, it might be mild symptoms where bleeding may occur after a significant injury or surgery. Others may have more severe symptoms, experiencing spontaneous bleeding or prolonged bleeding even after a minor injury. Treatment for hemophilia B typically involves replacing the missing or faulty factor 9 protein. This can be done by injecting a synthetic or donated form of factor 9 into the bloodstream. These injections help the blood clot more effectively, reducing the risk of excessive bleeding. It's important for people with hemophilia B to take precautions and be mindful of their condition. They should avoid activities that carry a higher risk of injury, and they may need to inform their healthcare providers about their conditions before undergoing any medical procedures. I hope this explanation helps you understand what hemophilia B is in very simple terms, and also you'll have an appreciation of how difficult it is on patients who suffer from hemophilia B. Hemophilia B is caused by mutations or changes in the F9 gene or FIX gene, which provides instructions for making the clotting protein factor 9. The gene mutations can interfere with the production of or function of factor 9 or FIX, leading to the symptoms of hemophilia B. The FIX genes is located in the X chromosome, one of the two sex chromosomes. Since hemophilia B is an X-linked recessive disorder, it primarily affects males. This is because males have one X chromosome and one Y chromosome, while females have two X chromosomes. If a male inherits a mutated F9 gene on his X chromosome, he will likely develop hemophilia B because the Y chromosome does not carry a normal copy of the F9 gene to compensate for the mutation, whereas women who have two X genes will have a proper copy in the other side of the family, and therefore it would be able to help them to compensate for the mutation. In terms of editing the genes responsible for hemophilia B, there have been advancements in gene therapy that aim to correct the underlying genetic mutation. Gene therapy involves introducing a healthy copy of the FIX gene into a person's cell to restore the production of functional factor 9. However, it's important to note that the gene therapy for hemophilia B is not a single edit, but a more complex process. It typically involves delivering the healthy FIX gene using a harmless virus as a carrier. The virus acts as a vehicle to transport the corrected gene into the cells of the body. Once inside the cells, the healthy gene can begin producing the functional factor 9 or FIX protein, helping it to restore the clotting process. It's important to know that FIX is sometimes also called as factor 9 gene. Gene therapy for hemophilia B is still an evolving field, and the specific techniques and approaches may vary depending on ongoing research and advancement. Fidanacogene elparvovec, it's a difficult name to pronounce, but That's the name of the novel investigational gene therapy from Pfizer that contains a bioengineered AAV. As you know, it's an adeno-associated virus. It has got AAV capsid and a high activity variant of human coagulation fixed gene. For people living with hemophilia B, the goal of this gene therapy is to enable them to produce fix themselves via this one-time treatment rather than needing regular intravenous infusion of fix on an ongoing basis. And that's what is the current standard of care. And just to look at the history of this particular therapy, in December 2014, Pfizer licensed fidanacogene elparvovec from Spark Therapeutics. Under that agreement, Pfizer assumed responsibility for pivotal studies and any regulatory activities and potential global commercialization of this investigational gene therapy. And Pfizer currently has 3 phase 3 programs investigating gene therapy in populations where there is a high unmet need for treatment for hemophilia B, hemophilia A, and Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or DMD. A phase 3 trial is also ongoing investigating a novel investigational anti-tissue factor pathway inhibitor, or it's called as anti-TFPI, capital anti-TFPI, being studied for the treatment of people with hemophilia A and B with and without inhibitors. The FDA has set a PDUFA goal date in the second quarter of 2024 for fidanacogene elparvovec, and it has also been granted a breakthrough regenerative medicines advanced therapy designation, or RMAT designation, and orphan drug designation from the FDA. Pfizer pays a dividend of 41 cents per quarter and is currently quoting at around $36.42 under the ticker symbol PFE at NASDAQ. Pfizer has fallen from a peak of around $54.89 on 14th of December 2022 by almost 33% to its present level. So there is plenty of potential for a rebound. However, Pfizer shares have been under pressure lately, and there has been something to do with the weight loss drug. And also, in my opinion, success with these gene therapies can be a positive catalyst, and it's not too far away. It's around mid of 2024. And I think that it makes Pfizer something to watch for, and probably dollar cost average, because it's a pretty good company, plus it's paying dividend. When compared to our genomic companies in our watch list, this is a pretty solid company. So that's all for today, my friends. I will look forward to your comments as always. It's always refreshing to get fresh perspective from the viewers who are also active trading shares. And as you know, I always say that I'm just another investor like yourself, just that I'm putting my thoughts on video. That's all. I'm nothing special, or I don't have any extra knowledge than what you have. So please share your knowledge with me in the comment section. I'll always find that very welcome. And with that, I would like to end this video, and I'll catch up with you with another video probably again tomorrow. So till then, bye for now.